You know, with the winter weather, we get a lot of calls from people who've fallen on snow or ice. So a couple things to know about that. If you unfortunately fall, please, if you can, if it's safe to do so, take pictures or video of the scene where you fell, get what the snow and ice look like up close and from a distance. That's important evidence for your case. That's the only time that sidewalk is going to look like it did, is right when you fell. So if you're able to capture that on video or photos, that'll be helpful evidence in your case. Pennsylvania follows a rule of what's called hills and ridges. And what that means is that the law allows a landowner a reasonable period of time to get to their property and to care for it. A lot of people are at work during the day, can't shovel the moment that the snow and ice starts to fall. So what we look for is a situation where the property, that the snow and the ice has allowed to accumulate and then be traversed. You know, we'll look for bumpiness in the surface, or splotchy areas where there's an area of clear sidewalk and then a spot of ice and then clear again. That's what we look for, as opposed to a solid sheet of black ice. But again, we'd be happy to speak with you about the situation. If you have pictures and video, that's helpful. You also want to preserve your footwear. Whatever shoes you were wearing at the time, put them in a bag, put them in a shelf. We'd be happy to store them for you in here. But the defense will want to see your footwear at some point. And if you've continued to wear those shoes and wear down the tread, then that could lead into the argument that your footwear is part of what caused you to fall, as opposed to the snow and ice. So preserve your footwear. And the earlier you call, the more we can do for you. Some insurance policies have what's called medical payments coverage, which means that the insurance company for the landowner will cover your medical bills regardless of who's at fault for the accident. That's a very valuable tool for people who are worried about getting their bills paid. But there's a short deadline of only 1 year from the time you fell in order to submit those bills for payment. That's a year shorter than the 2-year statute of limitations for filing an injury claim. So the earlier you get started, the more that can be done for you. Be careful out there with the winter weather, and we wish you all the best.
Call Marcus and Mack on the Hurt Line right now.